Good morning, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing well,
Good.
Dave.
My name is David Botsford, and you are Paul C. Looney. And we're here to videotape you in connection with the TCDLA Charles Butts Pro Bono of the Year Award, which you are one of 3 recipients this year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit, because this will be posted on the website, as you know. Hopefully, young lawyers will watch this and be inspired by everybody that's being interviewed. So, give us a little bit about your background to start with. I know you practiced in Houston since 1990, but tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your background, how you got into criminal law.
Well, the only career goal I ever had was to either be a criminal defense lawyer or center fielder for the Yankees, and I haven't gotten the latter call. I'm willing to go. There are a lot of injuries currently, and I'm staying by the phone. That limits me to my only other dream that I ever had from the time I was 6 or 7. Perry Mason was the big TV show when I was about 6 or 7, and I desperately wanted to be Perry Mason.
Well, super. Now, where'd you go to law school?
South Texas College of Law.
Okay, and when did you get licensed?
90.
It was.
I had it as like a 13th career because even though I wanted to be a criminal defense lawyer, I didn't want to be a student. And so I started law school at Tech 3 times before I made it through a semester the 4th time at South Texas College of Law.
Wow. Well, you've been active in TCDLA through the years. You served on the board of directors of TCDLA. You served on the board of directors of TCDLEI. You're a super fellow with TCDLEI, and you've given much to this organization. The awards committee selected you as one of the recipients of the Pro Bono Award this year because of your dedication to performing pro bono work. And part of that is the clinics you run, which I'm going to ask you about, and the other part of that is obviously the Twin Peaks Waco cases. So let's talk first about your 2 free weekly clinics. Just tell us a little bit about those.
Oh, those are really easy to do, but they're still helpful to the people that come. On Saturday morning at 8:30, I go to the same little bakery and have my breakfast on the patio. In the winter, I've got a propane heater. In the summer, I've got a fan. And whoever walks up can talk to me about any subject they want to talk to me about. Most people just need a little guidance. They're not looking for a lawyer to take their case. They just don't understand what to do or where to go to do something. And it's really helpful to people that are trying to navigate society without much of a checkbook.
You've been doing that for a number of years.
Oh yeah, 10, 15, I'm not sure. And then in Hempstead on Thursday afternoons, we close the office at 5:30, and then we take a glass of rum and a cigar out on the porch, and we just sit and talk to people until they quit coming. Doing the same format essentially as we do on Saturday mornings at Newman's Bakery in Boca.
Now, you're a trial attorney. You try both civil and criminal cases. Fair statement?
Sure.
And so the folks that come to your 2 free weekly clinics, so to speak, they could be talking about or asking questions about criminal or civil law. Fair statement?
Absolutely. And if I don't have a clue of what to tell them, I try to tell them who might can or get somebody on the phone to talk to them or something like that. But obviously, I know more than they do. And it's going to be helpful at their level. At our level, we'd be a little concerned about lack of expertise when we're out of our particular specialization. But if you're talking about somebody that has no knowledge of the system, a lot of us can help people we don't realize we can help.
I applaud you for that. Let's talk about your work on the Twin Peaks cases. Yeah, that's May 15 through, I guess it just ended in April of 2019. Fair statement?
Almost 4 years.
Wow. As many people will recall, there were 177 people arrested, I think 9 people killed, maybe over 20 injured. That was May of 2015, and you got actively involved in that case. Those cases, it's my understanding what you represented, 6 individuals pro bono.
Well, we represented 6 ourselves. We recruited more than 24 TCDLA members to come and help us. And Roxanne Avery on my staff is the only human being in the world that ever went through the 1 million pieces of discovery. She cataloged all of them. We made all that available to every defense lawyer. In the end, the new elected DA was using Roxanne to okay, where do I find this to document that we can't make that case?
Wow.
You know, it was a monumental task, David. In the end, we had 177 people arrested. A lot of people were offered misdemeanors, time served, anything. Just snitch on somebody. Absolutely nobody did. Everybody is out with a dismissal. But here's the astonishing thing. I don't think you could line up 177 lawyers, politicians, doctors, professors, or anybody and let them go 4 years under bond scrutiny without even one bond revocation.
That's just amazing, Paul.
Totally
That's
astonishing.
You probably put in thousands of hours on this case. Fair statement?
I put in probably about 1,500. My staff put in another 2,000 or 3,000 or more.
Just amazing. And I guess the last of those cases, including one of yours, was dismissed in April 2019, right? Well, you know, Clint Broden, who I know you worked with in connection with the Waco
Sure.
case, has told me that you were one of the only lawyers who actively litigated those cases and challenged the McLennan County status quo.
Well, I had a lot of resources that other people didn't have, David. My law partner is probably the brightest man with a computer I've ever met. Clay Conrad can come up with creative thoughts and ideas like nobody I've ever seen. And he kept churning out the paper, and I kept going to Waco and litigating it. And we kept getting turned down, but somehow we kept getting closer to victory.
Well, I salute and applaud you for your efforts. In connection with this videotape, if you talk to the young lawyers out there that are going to watch this, and even some of us older lawyers that are going to watch this, and talk to them about why they too should do the sort of thing that you have done.
Well, I don't know how many of my colleagues have been desperate. I don't know how many of my colleagues have been to the point of where they had nowhere to turn, no resources to turn with. And if they hadn't had the helping hand of somebody that was a professional that didn't have to, they might not exist today. I don't know how many of you have been there. I have. And if I hadn't have had that person reach out, I'm confident I wouldn't be here now. In our society, we've got millions and millions of people that are barely able to navigate the life that they have. And every once in a while, they're in an extremely vulnerable position. And every once in a while, they just can't handle it themselves. And they don't have any resources. If you can reach out with your excess time and just give them a hand up, you never have any idea how many other people that person will help as that person lives. But you will know you're helping that one person. If this one particular person hadn't reached out to me in the late 80s, I wouldn't have been here to do any of the stuff that you're talking about today. I never forget that, and I never forget that everybody has a moment where they're vulnerable, powerless, and in desperate need of help. Once in a while, you're in a position where you can be the person that steps up and does that for them. Take advantage of that opportunity. It's a precious gift to you.
Thank you, Paul. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about that you'd like to leave on this video for those that are going to watch it?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, again, I salute and applaud you, congratulate you, and thank you very much for participating in this oral history. It's very important to TCDLA, and I salute you.